Welcome back to the Frog Bath. It's been a while, but the project is not dead. The project is just going very, very slowly. Last winter, this was filling with water, but anytime you're thinking of using an area of land for something, you should observe it for all 4 seasons and see what happens. This was only wet for a really small amount of time, and so I think it was not a spring here. I think what's actually happening is the groundwater from over here, which is pretty much always wet, was seeping up into that area. And this freezes over a little, but it's actually pretty muddy. If you go in there, you can see over there it's pretty wet a little bit. So what I think is if there's going to be a little pond back here that's going to be naturally fed, it's going to have to be in this area. But that means another season of watching and waiting. Land over here is also loaded with invasives, like this massive multiflora rose, taking up a lot of the ground, soaking up a lot of the water. So we're going to help this area along a little bit. This part of the property is a pasture that we've been restoring for about 7 years now. And we just seeded it, and you can see the grass starting to poke up. And we need a second pasture to do some intensive rotational grazing that we're planning on the property. That's where the space through there comes into play. We'd have a gate on this path somewhere about here, and we would contain about 1/3 of an acre of land. And ideally at the edge of that acreage, we would have a water source for our garden and for the livestock that are going to be in there. But it needs to be able to be kept clean. It seems to be happening on the land anyway, so let's see what we can do. Well, that's the update. Hopefully we'll start digging before the winter, because I don't want to go another year. We've completed the observation. We've got a plan for the land. Now we just need to see if it's feasible.